So Kevin.
So Laura.
So Kevin.
This is so exciting.
Well, you know, I wanted to interview you because you use telepathy so well, and we've had some telepathy between us. You kind of know what I'm doing, and I kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So,
I always get the random emails at like 3 in the morning from Laura that are like, so I was thinking about something and I wondered if you were going to act on that. And I think part of why I love what you do is I've always sort of known, like some people say, oh, I really would like to make it. I would love someday to make it. And I think it's not so much for me about if I'm gonna sort of figure a path out of doing this. It's sort of how to sort of craft it in the right way. But I've never really said like, I wonder if I'm gonna make it.
so you kind of see your goal, which in intuition we call precognition. So
Yeah.
you see your goal, and it's pretty detailed for you.
It's very detailed.
And then you respond to what happens day by day in creating it.
Sure, and then it may not happen on the timeline that I
So
foresee.
frustrating, isn't that?
Yes.
I really like yesterday
But I
as
sort
my
of
timeline.
yeah, but I sort of know I feel like I know the outcome, which is why I've never really. I get in arguments with my girlfriend sometimes because she's like, we need to be smarter about money, and I'm like, well, and I sort of have this image of if I keep doing the things that I need to be doing in the right order, then it's not a huge concern to me.
I think that this is where people have trouble. They're in that small town, and they have a sense. They intuitively know that there is a destiny that awaits them.
Sure.
But that first small step seems so insignificant that sometimes they do it, they don't get a response, and they just lose it. What was your first small step, and how did you stay on track?
Well, I moved out here when I was 17, having already worked a lot as a kid, and I remember that thought of it was the first step that I made on my own to sort of say, this is what I want to do. With this business in general, I think it's not so complicated. It's just people. And I think inevitably the decisions are made by people, and whether people like to admit it or not at a good meeting, or depending on how they see you socially, or how you handle yourself in your relationships, in your personal life, people pay attention to that stuff. And I think providing a certain image and giving yourself the best opportunity to succeed is not, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. And I find when I sit down in a meeting, I'm much more able to convey who I am. Because directors hire people, they don't hire character.
So the 3 things that I have really gotten from you today is that you are proactive, not reactive.
Yep.
So you look at the situation and you prepare for it. That you really stay within your own integrity. You don't jump out to what someone may want, but you stay within your own integrity, which takes work.
Yes.
You know, to say, okay, this is who I am, and oops, I changed a little, so this is who I am now.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that you don't play to the image, you play to the person.
Yes.
Whether it's a director or whether it's a, whomever, because this is such an industry of images.
Sure.
But that you play to the person. I think those are very smart things. Thank you.
Thank you very much.